guys, Carl Cooper here with OnTheBlack.com. So over the weekend I took a poll on OnTheBlack.com and I asked everyone who they thought was the most disappointing player for the New York Mets from an offensive standpoint. And 36% of you voted for Jason Bay. And it's interesting because Jason Bay right now has an 11-game hitting streak, but in my opinion it's probably one of the most lightest 11-game hitting streaks I think I've ever seen. And what I mean by that is, he's getting these hits, but he's still not driving in any runs and he's still not hitting any home runs. And I'm thinking that's probably why most of you voted for Jason Bay as the most disappointing player so far from an offensive standpoint. Me personally, I voted for Jose Reyes, and the reason why is, and it's totally not, part of it is not Reyes' fault. And what I mean by that is I disagreed with Reyes batting third at the time. I'm glad he's back in the leadoff spot, so hopefully that helps him and he changes his approach at the plate and goes back to being Jose Reyes. But I voted for Reyes because at the time he was batting .215. He wasn't getting on base, and if he's not getting on base, he can't use his legs to help manufacture any runs for the New York Mets, and that kind of attributed to some of the Mets' struggles from an offensive standpoint. In case in point, let's look at last night's 3-2 victory over the Braves. Jose Reyes led off an inning, got on first base. Castillo bunted him over to second. Then Reyes stole third base, and then he was able to score on a ground out. And to me, that's a perfect example of the Mets manufacturing a run using Jose Reyes' legs. They were able to score a run there with just him getting on first base and not getting the ball out of the infield. And that was the third run of the night that the Mets scored, and actually ended up being the game-winning run as they went on to beat the Braves 3-2. So that right there is just an example of how important I feel it is for Jose Reyes to get on base and to be able to use his legs to help this offense generate some runs. And really, up until last night, he hasn't done much of that all season long. And it was good to see him do that. So hopefully he'll do more of that this year. But just to sum up the poll, most of you voted for Jason Bay as the most disappointing player from the Mets so far from an offensive standpoint. I voted for Jose Reyes personally because of him not getting on base and being able to really use his legs. But he proved to do that last night in the win over the Braves. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you soon.